Let's imagine this. You wake up. Your emails are answered. Your schedule is set. Flights booked. Groceries ordered. Client updates sent. But you didn't do any of it. You didn't even lift a finger. Because last night, you gave your AI the instructions. And it did the work while you slept. Sounds like science fiction, right? Wrong. Welcome to the era of Runner H. Intro. Today, we're not talking about another chatbot. Not another friendly assistant that gives you suggestions you still have to do yourself. This is different. This is an agent, a doer, a workhorse, a 24/7 digital operator that moves online like a human, only faster, smarter, and tireless. And it just went public. Runner H didn't just enter the chat, it entered the workforce. And this changes everything. Stick around. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this is not just the future of AI. It's the death of digital busywork as we know it. And yes, it can probably do your taxes. But no, it can't explain them. That's still a mystery to humanity. Chapter 1, The Shift, from Chat to Action. Let's take a step back and consider how we've interacted with AI up until now. For most people, AI has felt like a clever sidekick. You typed in a question or a task, and it responded with something helpful, maybe even impressive. Whether you were using ChatGPT, Google Bard, Claude, or any other large language model, the experience was always fundamentally the same. You ask, it answers. But that's where the interaction typically ended. You still had to do the thing. Want to apply for a job? AI might help rewrite your resume or suggest bullet points. But you had to upload it, fill out the forms, track the deadlines. Need to schedule a trip? Sure, your chatbot can recommend places to visit and maybe even help draft an itinerary. But booking the tickets, finding the restaurants, adding everything to your calendar? Still on you. This is where Runner H marks a radical shift. It's not a chatbot. It's a digital operator, a true action agent. You don't just have a conversation with Runner H. You give it a directive, and it carries that directive out in the real world. That's a massive leap forward. We're no longer talking about a model that lives in a sandbox of suggestions and simulated knowledge. Runner H is built to operate out in the wild, clicking buttons, filling forms, logging into sites, sending emails, pulling live data, and updating tools you actually use. That shift, from conversation to execution, is the missing puzzle piece that makes AI genuinely useful in your daily life. This is the transition from idea partner to task partner. Think of it like this. Previous generations of AI were like whiteboards. They helped you brainstorm, sketch ideas, visualize workflows. But they still left you holding the marker. Runner H is more like an employee. Tell it what to do, and it gets it done. And it doesn't get tired. It doesn't make excuses. It doesn't forget things or need breaks. It's this shift, from assistive to autonomous, that makes Runner H feel like something from the future. But it's not. It's here, now, and it's working for people like you while they sleep, cook dinner, or focus on what actually matters. That's not just a feature. That's a new category of AI. Runner H takes your day, the stuff that clutters your mind, and gives you something back. Time, focus, sanity. It removes the friction between intention and execution. You say it. It does it. This is what AI should feel like. Not more to think about. Less. Chapter 2. Under the hood, what makes this possible? Now, let's get into what actually makes Runner H tick, because it's not just AI magic or smoke and mirrors. It's serious engineering. You see, most tools claiming to automate your day rely on rigid scripts, shallow browser extensions, or old-school workflows. But Runner H takes it to a completely different level, thanks to 3 revolutionary components working in harmony. 1. Hollow 1. The visual brain. At the heart of Runner H is Hollow 1, a visual language model that's open-sourced and blazing fast. And when we say visual, we mean it. This AI doesn't just read the text on your screen, it sees what you see. Web layouts, drop-down menus, buttons, captchas, pop-ups. Hollow 1 understands the full context of a page, not just the words on it. With over 3 billion parameters, it's lightweight yet powerful enough to navigate the web in real time. It scored 92.2% on the Web Voyager benchmark, and it does all this for just 13 cents per task. That's not just efficient, it's historic. 2. Smart task orchestration, the brain behind the brain. Here's where it gets really clever. Runner H isn't just one AI trying to do everything. It's a multi-agent system. There's a master orchestrator that decides what steps to take, which tools to use, when to split a task into parts, how to loop in sub-agents that specialize in specific jobs. It's like a project manager that knows how to assign work, check on progress, and tie it all together, instantly. 3. Deep, native integrations. This is where things really come alive. Runner H doesn't just visit your apps. It lives inside them. Gmail, Google Drive, Slack, Notion, Zapier, even Google Calendar. Once connected, it can operate within these apps like a trained assistant. Not scrape them, not simulate them. Actually use them, securely and with purpose. Pattern interrupt time. Ever feel like your productivity stack is more like a tower of Jenga blocks, just waiting to collapse? Yeah, Runner H is the AI that shows up with a bulldozer and says, let's rebuild this efficiently. So when people say, how is this even possible? Now you know. It sees, it plans, it integrates, and it does it all like an intelligent, digital worker that's on the clock 24/7. Chapter 3, The Test, Plan My Day in London. Let me walk you through something that genuinely caught me off guard. I decided to test Runner H with a task that normally takes at least 2 to 3 hours of research, planning, copying, pasting, calendar hopping, and browser tab overload. Here's the prompt I gave it. I'm going to London next Wednesday. Find 3 interesting events that are techie, artistic, or thought-provoking. Pick a healthy restaurant near each event. Block it all into my Google Calendar. Then create a list of 10 cool places to check out during my stay. That's it. I hit enter. Runner H went to work instantly. What it did in under a minute. Found London Tech Week, an AI art exhibition at Tate Modern, and a panel talk at South Bank Centre. Looked up highly rated vegetarian restaurants near each event. Calculated travel time between locations. Opened my Google Calendar. Created event blocks with full titles, descriptions, locations, and links. Then opened a Google Doc and curated a 10-point list of experiences. Oh, AI-themed museums. Oh, futuristic coffee shops. Oh, architecture landmarks. Oh, quirky bookstores. Oh, you name it. All with live links, hours of operation, and personalized recommendations. And here's the wild part. I didn't touch my keyboard. I didn't open a new tab. Didn't double-check Yelp reviews. Didn't copy any addresses. Runner H did it all. And every result felt custom, like I had a real assistant who knew me and had been doing this for years. Quick humor reset. Last time I planned a trip like that, I ended up with a cancelled flight, 2 missed bookings, and a calendar full of regret. Runner H didn't just plan it. It made me want to go. This test wasn't just impressive, it was transformative. It showed me that this isn't about faster search. This is about no search. It's about moving from, help me do it, to, just do it for me. Chapter 4, Why This Matters, Beyond Productivity. Let's talk about something deeper. Because while all this sounds cool, and it is, there's something even more powerful happening beneath the surface. This isn't just about saving time. It's about redefining how we relate to digital work. We've accepted for far too long that the internet is this noisy, overwhelming place full of logins, buttons, notifications, and repetitive tasks. It's like every day, we wake up and go to war with tabs. Runner H says, enough. You shouldn't have to spend 40% of your energy on things that don't require your creativity, intuition, or humanity. Booking a trip, paying bills, organizing files, replying to repetitive emails. Why are you doing all of that manually? You're not a robot. So why are you acting like one? Here's the shift. Runner H doesn't just boost productivity. It removes the burden of digital maintenance entirely. You don't need another productivity hack. You need a productivity partner. One that never forgets, never gets distracted, and never complains. And here's where it gets emotional. Because once you offload the digital clutter, you get something back you probably didn't even realize you lost. Mental space, creative focus, peace. You stop feeling like you're falling behind. And for the first time in years, you might feel ahead. Quick pattern interrupt. Remember when people thought AI would take our jobs? Turns out, it just wanted to take our inboxes and to-do lists. I'll take that deal any day. So yeah, this isn't just a cool app. It's a mindset shift. You don't need to be more productive. You need to be less burdened. And that's what Runner H is designed to do. Chapter 5, Is this just automation 2.0? Let's address the elephant in the room. You might be thinking, okay, sounds impressive, but is this really new? Haven't we had automation tools for years? And it's a fair question. Because yes, we've had tools like Zapier, IFT, AutoHotkey, and even browser bots. You could set up scripts to move files, send alerts, or fill out forms. But here's the catch. All of those systems rely on rules, rigid logic, and your manual setup. Runner H? It doesn't need your flowchart. It builds its own. This isn't just automation 2.0. This is autonomy 1.0. Here's the difference. Automation is a machine doing what you told it to do, exactly as you told it. Autonomy is a machine figuring out how to get the job done, based on your outcome. That shift, from steps to goals, is what makes Runner H so groundbreaking. You don't give it instructions like, first open Gmail, then search for the email, then forward it. You just say, forward the last client update to Sarah and flag any questions. And Runner H will figure it out, because it understands intent, context, and action pathways. It knows how to navigate tools. It knows when to stop and ask for help. It knows how to think in loops, not just lines. Pattern interrupt. It's like the difference between a vending machine and a chef. One follows a program. The other understands the why, not just the what. And here's another massive distinction. Runner H doesn't need a perfect setup to work. It can handle messy UIs, slow-loading sites, two-factor auth pop-ups, sudden errors or alerts. It adapts, just like a human would. Only it doesn't roll its eyes or get tired at 3 p.m. So no, this isn't just a fancy automation layer. It's a cognitive system built for live, intelligent orchestration. That's not just hype. It's a whole new way to work. Chapter 6, The Movement Behind the Tool. Runner H isn't some random app that popped up overnight. It's the flagship release from H Company, a serious player with a vision bigger than just task automation. Let's pull back the curtain. In the last year, H Company raised $220 million in funding from top-tier investors. Not to build a chatbot, but to build the future of what they call action-native AI. The idea is simple, but bold. What if AI didn't just think, but acted? And Runner H is just the start. The H ecosystem includes Hollow One, their open-source visual language model that understands screens, structure, and spatial data. It's already outperforming many competitors, and it's available for developers today. Tester H, an AI that auto-generates and runs QA tests from simple English. Just tell it, test this login form with wrong password and expired token. And it does, all the steps, checks, and screenshots. Runner H, the consumer-facing operator. A doer, not a suggester. Built to run your workflows, not just enhance them. What makes this so powerful is that it's not about siloed tools, it's about a movement. A movement away from assistant AI and toward executional AI. We're not just looking at a better user interface. We're looking at the dawn of an AI workforce, not in factories or server farms, but in your browser, in your inbox, in your calendar. This is about reclaiming your day from the machines, not by working faster, but by letting the machines work for you. Community trigger. Already, users are building and sharing workflows daily. One person had Runner H respond to 80 client emails in under 20 minutes. Another created a full onboarding system for new hires, automated from Slack to Notion to email, without writing a single line of code. The future isn't coming. It's already here. And it's being built, not just by engineers in Silicon Valley, but by regular people testing out what happens when AI stops advising and starts acting. So here's the question. What will you have Runner H do next? Here's what I want you to do. 1. Go to runnerh.com. 2. Connect your Gmail or Slack. 3. Type your first prompt, any task you'd rather not do yourself. 4. Watch the future unfold. And if you're feeling bold, try it on something that normally takes hours. Then come back here and tell me, did Runner H save your day? Or just change it? Closing inspiration. This is the dawn of something powerful. Not because AI got smarter, but because it finally started to help us live smarter. The age of digital work is changing. Are you ready to stop managing your tasks and start mastering your time? Because your new assistant doesn't sleep, and it's already waiting for your next command.